Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing in the hardcore solo self-found Bestiary Flashback League. Yeah, that's actually turned into quite a mouthful. And today we're doing a Kaom stream, and in all likelihood we'll do Daresso's dream as well. The mods we find in this area here are Beyond Abyss and Horrendous. So, good times will be had. The monster density, especially with the packs of Inuit totems that you encounter rather frequently. Monster density is pretty decent, so we have a good chance of summoning, well, at least some lesser demon, and with a bit of luck we might even push it as far as a greater demon, but not gonna hold my breath on that just yet. I mean, we got decent density here, but it's still relatively early in the game. But we'll see what comes up here. So in between episodes I did a little bit of light crafting, specifically for flasks. The health flasks were outdated a little bit, and I had some orbs of alchemy to spare, so I used those. I've not really been all that lucky with beast crafting, so I couldn't just beast craft some. Or maybe a different way is saying that I haven't been putting as much time into grinding all those beasts as I have in the main Bestiary League. So we now have a Sacred Life Flask that heals minions. We have a Colossal Life Flask with bleed removal. And the Quicksilver Flask now also has freeze removal, because that is one of the key components I was still lacking. Granite Flask still on my wishlist, but I think it's gonna remain on my wishlist for a while longer. So I noticed I am without a golem still, so let's remedy that. I mean, I gotta have my golem. Golems help with survivability. Once we get a cast my damage taker set up, then at least some of the skills that are now on my bar will be removed, and they will auto-cast themselves, and then I can just sort it out and actually get that golem back. And then see it and have a visual reminder to actually cast it before heading out of town. Oh, hello. Volcanic Golem joins in on the fun. The more mobs we kill in one place, the better it will be. So let's port the minions here, just slightly away from the edge. Oh, with the eye on possible demons. But I'm afraid that's not really gonna work out. Too spaced apart, not mobile enough. I mean, it's gonna take ages to get a bunch of golems to roll over to the place you want them to die. Yeah, too early in the game still. Just too bad. Though there's just so much potential for demons here if the enemy just cooperated, if there just were more of them. Can't just rely on them doing what you want to. A new net, that's always helpful. I've been running low on them as well. Bunch of Inuit totems. Correction, Inuit corpses. Yeah. Yep, utterly useless for demons. I was casting my Summon Raging Spirits, but I don't think they were really going after the Congo as I was aiming at. That's just a little odd. Okay. Oh, Mr. Purple Triskiriaki. Let's take you out. Triskeriaki used to be the terror, the danger of this area. Actually, I've lost a number of characters to this one. I think I lost more characters to Triskeriaki. Why was there a bunny there? Lost more characters to Triskeriaki than any of the bosses of this place, I think. Especially on before with the multiple difficulty levels. Cruel Triskeriaki and Merciless Triskeriaki were surprisingly difficult, even after on normal you could kind of master the fight. It just cranked up a notch. And often just catch you by surprise. Or no, you just completely underestimated the fight. Huh? But I think many people actually just skipped it because most of the time it was optional. Yeah, I always enjoyed it. Now it's a test of skill. And in that regard, I'm sorry to see that a mob that used to be so dangerous and iconic is now something that so far I just haven't had a single build that had issues with it. It's always just been such an easy fight in recent times. Ooh, this looks good. We got some Inuit totems with some rather numerous minions, and indeed we get a minor demon pack. The followers of Effigy. Effigy, the lightning demon. Okay. Okay, well, this is the fun fight. Because, of course, lots of fire that combines poorly with minions. Only lost one zombie. Okay, now we're losing more. I mean, they were flanking while a Perendus group was also doing their thing, so that also not the best of combos. But even in a fight like this, we have a decent number of phantasms that are carrying their weight here. And now we can just go back to full zombies. Small minor demon pack got added here. And Abyss, that's gonna be fun. Oh, it ran back rather than forward. Let's chase it. Okay, difficulty seeing what happens because of the tree. It's not necessarily the tree for the forest, but it's the monsters for the tree that I can't see. And over to the left. The Abyss is fleeing, but I can catch it. I think I did see some demonic claw things. Oh, and off we go. As a necromancer, the bone offering does affect me, so I actually have a higher block chance. I get some life on blocking. It's all good. Do need to trigger it, otherwise of course it's not doing anything if it's not active. Okay, you. Be murdered. Oh, stop running away, you scaredy cat. There we go. At least we got a decent reward in coins for my troubles. And then the gathering of loot begins. You. Yes. Now you finally stop running away. Let's be a little less greedy with the rare items I don't need. Oh, actually left one of these behind. Phase run, it is a thing. Some monsters use it. To decent effect, I must say. I think this is also it. Yeah, see, one demon portal here, demon portal there. Of course, they all are spread out enough that they won't really help each other. Let's empty those pockets, and then we can push forward. So in anticipation of going into the Daresso's dream, I've disabled the voice lines. That's nice and quiet now. It's finally reached that point where nope, I've heard enough Daresso. Don't want to hear him again. I mean, back in 2.0 when Act 4 was added, I thought it was amazing. Just pretty nice. It's actually a nice story, but after all these times, after so many characters, at some point you do get a little bit tired of all of his preaching. Oh, speaking of getting tired of things, I seem to have lost my specters. Right. Let's just do with what we have here. There's some spellcasters in here, so we'll actually the Hiri sisters are archers, that's also fine with me. As long as they're ranged, I'm happy. I mean, we already have enough melee minions. Wanna keep my specters ranged. The current range for the Enfeeble aura is also rather puny. So I'm actually just wondering if it's not a... Do we have one of those? No, we'll just pick one out for that later. I'm wondering if it might even be better to just pick up another aura for the time being and just level it on weapon switch until the range is large enough to be relevant. On the other hand, though, enemies that are close to me, to them it works, so if something charges up to me in melee, then it's gonna stick to them. Though, for the important things, such as an Izaro doing a ranged attack smash in your face, he's probably gonna charge you before the aura has a chance to stick to you, so the first hit is something that will hit you. So from that perspective, it might be missing its target, or the whole purpose of why the aura is there. At least right now. Later on with a large range it might help. This early. Ooh. Red monster. Oh, let's have a look. We got Exiles, Harbingers and Nemesis, so no beyond. Okay, just trying to weed out all the add-ons before we deal with the red beast. Because there are plenty of add-ons here. How many totems? Stop it with the totems. Minions, return to me. Okay. Okay, you. Let's throw the net. And haul you in. Good. Rare ring with all resistances. That is something I currently don't care about. Goat hide boots. That's the Daresso's, isn't it? A Victario's flight. Actually, these are decentish. You get 25% movement speed. 10 of that is also applies to your nearby allies, so you can actually make your minions a little bit faster with that. You got no dex and int. It's helpful. But yeah. It's green. It's gonna be difficult to actually get decent colors sockets on that, because I'm not really that much into green gills. Nope, Bones of Uller or Bust. On the other hand, hey, hello there, Aura Green Gates. Okay, come on. Yes, there we go. Okay, you explode. That's perfectly fine. Ancestral power, so that's again lots of totems. And the Caldera of the King. No, but for the boots, it's item level 39. I have a collection of trash rares that are just over level 22, or item level 22s, and I have the 5-for-1 prophecy. So I was actually looking for something like this that I could just sacrifice for the greater good, and maybe, just maybe, get something like the item I was looking for. But now we are looking for the king. So, bone offering is up. Kaom's life is down, and gone he is. So, king is dead. Long live the king. So, empty pockets, and then time for the next area. So, that is a 1 eye. We deliver that to Lady Idiala. And then the next. Do we get beyond? We got beyond. Ah, nice. This is what I was hoping for. So we get breaches, we get nemesis, and we get beyond. So beyond demon spawns will be tougher. But getting a breach in here on top of a place that already has relatively focused monster density, there's a good chance that if we're gonna see demons, it's gonna be here. Especially the arena in the end with Bakul. There's gonna be a lot of monsters streaming in there. So there's beyond potential. Let's see, the smaller rooms like these, not that important. It's the larger ones that seems to comprised of rooms strung together. Those are the ones where you've got to be aware of demon potential. Still remember with one of my previous characters there might have also been a flashback. It might have been just a double beyond or something that I rolled on the map. But the pit map, which is also based on this, the boss fight for that is based on Bakul fight. You have a relatively small area, you have a lot of add-ons streaming in, and it was double beyond. It got intense quickly. I think I counted 5 or 6 greater demons before I eventually perished. But oh boy, was that a fun fight. So I'm just gonna hide items here. Okay, that's the first demon. Small one, that is. Okay. So, one grapply, Half-Life portal, 2 Half-Life portals. I mean, they always remind me of Half-Life for some reason. That art style, very, very Half-Life. But the good thing is all the minions are still alive, so well, they can take a beating. I'm still alive, that's of course always a good thing. And we got 2 portals. So if we can get a little luckier with the spawn rates, then we might be able to get something out of this. And this is very promising for the later encounter in the Bakul fight. Ooh, this is a beastie. You're gonna be added to the collection. Thank you. A booster demon. Okay. And then I think I should have a little chat with you and just get myself some more nets. Like that. No, just to have some. And always running low on them doesn't feel right. Okay. Really do seem to be just walking through all the little corridors. Oh wow, we actually just walked into the boss room and there's a beyond thing here, or a breach here. This is gonna get interesting. So just trying to keep my minions here in the center here, let the enemy come to me. That gets the best concentration. And then afterwards we can get a beyond thing here. Okay, so the door's open. We got one portal and that's it. So a little bit disappointing in terms of demon spawns, but let's see how much fun we can extract from this. Okay. Come on. This is not the time to betray me, breaches. Throw those monsters at me. Really. Give it your best. Oh, breaches. If you can't even trust breaches anymore to really try and kill you, what can you trust? No demons. That's too bad. Looks like this little splotches is all we got. And oh, there's another one here and there's another one there. So 3 little splotches of demon blood. I tried. Really, I tried. But it was just not in the cards. Another attempt at redemption. There's another beyond here. And the arenas here are pretty good. So we got strong boxes, we got nemesis mods, and we get beyond. So strong boxes on top of the arenas, there's a chance there. I've done plenty of arena-based maps as well with beyond, and getting demons there works. Of course, map monster density is usually a little bit higher than here, but it works. We can summon demons, so there's still a chance. I mean, for me, the personal mission accomplished moment for this league would be if I manage to face and kill Abaxov. That's really the only opponent I really care about. I mean, Haast, for a while I had a bit of a grudge with Haast. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I think that's the best words to use. A little bit of a grudge, but eventually, no, I just kicked his ass so many times. It was just sad at that point. Oh, you are on the hit list. Throw. Oh, too late. But then they're all dead. That's good. But as I say, no, just kicked his ass so many times that it just became kind of sad for him, and now I just feel pity. And Abaxov is the new big bad. Okay. So scary amount of corpses on the floor here. But no BAMF, so there's that. As long as there's no BAMF, then it's good. No BAMF, Val, Corpse Explosion, it's a lethal combination in a battlefield that is as bloody as this. Let's see, we got 1, we got 2 portals. Just the 2. On the other hand, it's a whole 2, it's more than nothing. So no additional... Yeah, hold dogs, come on. Kaom. Hold dogs, come on, stand and fight. Yes, that's the 3rd portal. BAMF, haha! Hell yeah. So, step aside here for the foul detonate dead. But, first greater demon. I am happy about that. Yeah, I'll just go for it. The moment I realize like what good jewel I want to put in here, we'll go for it. Otherwise, there's other things to go for. We still have all the minions. Oh, at some point minions become sturdy enough that it all just works out. When you are a rare even. And gone. And the hotdog brigade has come. Okay. That's good. So onwards to the next arena. With the next set of potential for demons. Okay. Just put in the minions, put down the corpses, explode the corpses for a bone offering. And harvest of 7 phantasms. That's decent. Okay, let's get the minions out of the hot dog area. Though this stage, now they got decent regen, so they can survive it much better than they otherwise would. The downside of this arena is that the monsters are kind of spread around. There's no real natural inclination for them to just group together, because so it's just fighting on 2 sides rather than on one center where you get mugged. So I don't think this is going to be a winner in terms of demons. But still, 8 phantasms, that was a good catch. Just trying to pay a little bit more attention to the number of phantasms I get, just to a bit of a get an estimate, to get a feeling for just how those fights really go. Okay, just corpses, explode them. Okay, and there we go. I did manage to just not hit a single side area, just only going for the main line. Normally, I'm perfectly happy with that. This case, I feel conflicted. So sell all the things, or stash all the things. You are a fragment. Back we go. Okay. A couple of hot dogs. Let's take those out. And there's that. Then we have you, my phantasms to be. Phantasms you will be. Okay, there's some taunting going on here. Don't hear it, but taunting there will be. Well, so he's gonna go Super Saiyan. And then we take him out. Only thing here is to just make sure you don't really get your minions stuck in those blade storms of his. Yeah, that's the only thing that really is dangerous. Or annoying is maybe a better way. Then again, Daresso, he was terrifying on Merciless back in the day. Now he's a speed bump. Don't really think too much about him. Let's see, High Resistor. I think I was using High Resistors. So let's just make sure I got both of them. I did pick up the eye. And there we are. Another king, Mad King, dethroned. So, and let's put some of this away. And then hand us over to another Mad Lady, the Gemling Queen. So, there we go, and this is the point where the build is complete. Because now we can get a reward from Lady Diala. And then the final gems unlock. So Immolate, not useful. Decay. This could be fun to attach to something like your skeletons. Because then all the skeletons, when they hit, they apply Decay, which is a damage over time debuff. Which could be a fun thing for an extra link. As a separate thing from the added damage. And of course it would also apply to the phantasms that they do, so you can also apply it at range. I think on the character that I played in Bestiary League itself, I think I had it on weapon switch, still leveling, but never actually did anything with it. Spell Echo, if you're hard casting SRS, this could be helpful. The thing is, we're very constrained for gems, so just settling for a lower number of specters is good enough, or raging spirits. So there's nothing in here that's really helpful, so I'll just grab Decay. I mean, constant damage taken is really the thing I wanted. And I'm probably just too high level to get a level 1 version as well, which would be annoying. So, cast 1 damage taken. There we go. So, this one I'll need to reset. Is there anything else? We don't have a curse on hit. Oh, yeah, annoying. I'm a witch, so Immortal Call not available to me as a thing I can buy. I instead either need to be lucky enough with my daily quests so that either Haku or Elrion or maybe Vegan will offer it, since their dailies do offer gems of their own colors. Or I need to wait until Act 6 for that. Cast 1 damage taken, you can take a Scour and then you sell them both, and then the level will be lowered by 1, so it's going to be a level 1, which is good. So, cast 1 damage taken, Convocation, Bone Offering, and then Immortal Call would be the 4th link, but right now that's not going to be a thing. Over here we have Enfeeble and Blasphemy. Just trying to think, how am I going to shift things around? Eventually I'm gonna move Raging Spirit to one of the probably to the gloves, and then make a 4-link out of it, so I lose the +1 level bonus, so there's some lost damage from that, but the upside is that I can attach a minion speed to it, so the Raging Spirits as well as the Phantasms, they will zip around a little bit faster, and I hope that's gonna make up for the lost damage that way. It's a bit of a quality of life thing. The Enfeeble and Blasphemy need to be on their own links, so let's just have a bit of a quick look at that. Desecrate is something that's going to be helpful. And then we have a Flame Dash. So basically this is my support wheel. I'm going to put those in my gloves. That's also possible, of course. And then I can put this in the boots. No, long term, Immortal Call is going to be here, so then it's 2 reds and 2 blues. You want that on something that has armor and energy shield, because that is the native thing to roll. Then this wheel could go in the boots, because just rolling 1 green on something that eventually will be pure blue is going to be good. No, pure int shoes. That's going to be alright. Well, for the time being, I can put a Flame Dash over there. Then I can just recolor those things. Let's see, I need to have the double blue linked, right? Yeah. Double blue and a red. Could go with that. Then we do double blue here, double blue there. Then we have a green. And then we just take the golem out and put it in the boots. Now eventually boots have to be replaced because they are pretty darn low level. But for double blue and a green should be doable. It's always the things that you think should be doable end up costing quite some chromes. You always get the greens where you don't want them. It's if you want something, then, well, game says no. But here, finally, I do have results. So then this one, double green, double blue is the color I want, which should not take too much effort, and indeed, the game does not disappoint here. So Convocation and Bone Offering. And Immortal Call could be that I get it the next time I do my dailies, which I, as a reminder, I still need to do, so I'll just do that after recording this. But it could be that it takes until Act 6 or a very, very lucky drop, so shouldn't count on it. Is there anything in here that is red and helpful? Molten Shell, sure, why not? I mean, it grants me some armor, which of course is helpful. Cast and damage taken, I'm gonna keep it at level 1. Convocation is pinned at level 5, requires level 36. Next level is 39, which means it won't be auto-cast. Bone Offering, same deal, it's already pinned. Molten Shell, I can level that a couple times, and I have to be careful that cast when damage taken, when that one is about to level, that I pin it as well, so that it won't show up here and instead just remains down here. So then that is gonna be alright. Oh, and of course, after shuffling around your gems, always got to fix those things. So Spectres here is kind of nice. That just prevents you from accidentally casting it, because middle mouse button is not something I accidentally click. Skeleton, then I think I had space for my golem over here. Then zombies, desecrate, and then this one is open. So might as well just keep my... Actually, I'll just put the golems here, and then I'll put the auras there. That's gonna be helpful. And then just to double check to a relatively safe area. Yeah, see, I have to recast my golem, and I have to recast my auras. And everything else does seem to be alright. Cool, so, hideouts. Could have gone there as well. I've got a date with these gentlemen here. I hope they can offer me a gem. But if not, Molten Shell is going to be with us for a while. For now though, I'm going to thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you again next episode when we go for Malachi. Bye bye.